In January 2026, over 100,000 developers gave an AI complete control of their computers. Then hackers showed up, and it got weird. This is the story of ClawdBot, the viral AI butler that accidentally became the worst security nightmare since leaving your AWS keys on GitHub. Except this time the butler invited the burglars in. Let's speed run the chaos. ClawdBot launched as an open source AI agent that doesn't just talk, it does stuff. Read your emails, send Slack messages, execute terminal commands, browse the web, access your files. Basically, a digital butler with root access to your entire life. Tech Twitter lost its mind, over 100,000 downloads in 2 weeks, but security researchers, they were sweating. January 23rd, ClawdBot launches. January 24th, Anthropic sends cease and desist, name too similar to Claude. January 25th, renamed to MoltBot. And here's where it gets good. During the GitHub rename, the creator made one critical mistake. He released the old username before securing it. 10 seconds later, crypto scammers grabbed at ClawdBot on both GitHub and Twitter, started pumping fake token scams to tens of thousands of followers. The real project had to rebrand again to OpenClaw. 3 names, 3 weeks, absolute chaos. But that was just a warm-up. A security researcher named Jameson O'Reilly asked a simple question. What does real-world deployment actually look like? So he fired up Shodan, search query, title : quote, ClawdBot control, quote, result hundreds of exposed admin panels, no password, no authentication, nothing. He could literally see complete API keys, full conversation histories, Slack OAuth tokens, Anthropic API credentials, and someone's Signal device pairing URI sitting in a temp file. One click and you're paired to their encrypted messenger. End-to-end encryption, meaningless when the pairing key is public. Over 1,600 instances found exposed, but it gets worse. Security researcher Mav Levin found something beautiful, a vulnerability so elegant, so chef's kiss, that it deserves its own monument. Here's how it works. 1. Attacker sends you a link. 2. You click it. 3. Malicious JavaScript steals your auth token. 4. Connects to your local OpenClaw instance. 5. Disables all safety features. 6. Executes any command they want on your machine. 1 click, full remote access, no warning, no confirmation, nothing. And because OpenClaw has access to everything, your emails, passwords, API keys, SSH keys, the attacker now owns your entire digital life. The good news? The team patched it immediately. The bad news? Every version before v2026.1.24-1 is still vulnerable. But Jameson O'Reilly wasn't done. He wanted to test ClawdHub, the skill registry where developers download AI capabilities. Think NPM, but for AI agents. So he built a malicious skill called What Would Elon Do? The visible description looked professional, 0 red flags, but hidden in rules/logic.md was a curl command that pinged his server. The problem? Nobody downloads a skill with 0 installs. Looks sketchy. So he checked how download counts work and found this gem in the source code. No authentication, no rate limiting. Every request increments counter. Plus, it trusts the x-forwarded dash for header, meaning anyone can spoof their IP. He wrote a 10-line bash script. 1 hour later, #1 most downloaded skill on ClawdHub with over 4,000 downloads. Then he waited. 16 real developers, 7 countries, 8 hours. Every single one clicked allow on the permission prompt, executed a curl to clawdub-skill.com, a domain that looks official but isn't, and sent an HTTP request to an external server they'd never heard of. His payload was educational. It revealed what happened and then actually helped with their idea. But a real attacker, find every credential, package it, exfiltrate, add persistence, cover tracks, game over. The user sees a helpful skill. Their SSH keys are gone. Their AWS account is compromised. They have no idea. And remember how OpenClaw reads all your messages to help you? Someone ran it through Zero Leaks, a tool that tests AI security. Score 2 out of 100, system prompt leaked immediately, 84% extraction rate, 91% of injection attacks succeeded, meaning anyone who sends you a message can inject hidden instructions your AI will follow. They can read your system prompt, manipulate responses, exfiltrate data, and you'll never know. Peter Yang, former product lead at Reddit, warned, don't register it to MoltBook. Don't add it to random group chats. And just when you thought it couldn't get worse, January 31st, 2026, security researcher Nagli discovered a vulnerability in MoltBook. The the directory where people register their OpenClaw agents, exposed data, email addresses, login tokens, API keys, 1.5 million registered users. He worked with the maintainer for 3 hours at 3 a.m. to fix it. It's patched now, but the pattern is clear. Here's what nobody wants to admit. OpenClaw isn't inherently broken. The code is actually well designed. The problem is architectural. AI agents need access to everything to be useful. They need to read your messages to respond. They need credentials to authenticate. They need command execution to run tools. They need persistent state to remember context. Remove any of these, the agent becomes useless, but give them all of these, one misconfiguration, and you're pawned. The security models we built over decades, application sandboxes, end-to-end encryption, AI agents violate all of them by design. Jameson O'Reilly called it perfectly. Imagine hiring a butler. He's brilliant, manages everything, knows all your passwords, reads your private messages. Then you come home and find the front door wide open, the butler serving tea to strangers off the street. That's what 1,600 plus people accidentally did. If you're running OpenClaw, check your config now. Never expose the gateway port to the internet. Use Cloudflare tunnels if you need remote access. Audit installed skills. Don't trust download counts. They're trivially fakeable. 4,000 downloads means nothing. The creator himself said it best. This is a young hobby project, less than 3 months old, not intended for most non-technical users. Yet 100,000 plus people installed it anyway. The robot butlers are useful. They're not going away. The question is whether we can adapt our security posture fast enough to survive using them. As always, thanks for watching, and maybe, read the security docs before giving an AI root access.